Do y'all want to see something depressing besides my lack of a love life? Look. Oh, is something missing? Yeah, it's my bookshelves. So something unimaginably horrible happened. I had to expend myself of physical labor and move houses. I am being dramatic right now. It was under the best of circumstances. However, there is a big hole in my room where my bookshelf was. There is a good side of this new house, though. Follow me. My favorite color, as you can see by that ottoman right there, which is my tripod for my tripod. My favorite color is blue. And look at this, dog. Look at this. Blue barn doors in this house. I have been blessed. Look at her. She's gorgeous. So I have no cute setup to film at anymore. But maybe if I just like put you on this suitcase and like just... Yeah. This will fall. I'm gonna catch the camera if it falls. I'm scared. Oh, why am I dressed awesome today? I know you're asking. I got a new job at a gym. Can't you tell? Like one day of working and I'm already swole. Oh, and look, see? I can close these doors. And I can lock them so I can keep everyone out of my side of the house. I love this house. It was built especially for me in my introvert lifestyle. So this week has understandably been very, very busy. I don't even know what this video is going to be about. I kind of do, but I kind of don't. Because of that, we moved all of a sudden, like literally like that. You know, I really hate wearing ponytails in videos because this is like all you can see. Like, where'd the rest of my hair go? So we about to let it go. So with moving and everything, my reading has been like not that good. Well, the books I'm reading are fine. It's just, I literally don't have time right now. Here's all the books I was planning on reading this month. Here's all the books I've read so far. Like 4, including Ready Player 2, which is back at the library. And just because we're over here, I know you're thinking, Casey, where are your books? I got you covered. I'm slowly making my way through my current read, which is A Poison, Dark, and Drowning, which I'm really liking, actually, because it's the sequel to A Shadow, Bright, and Burning, which was really good. Y'all won't like it, but it was really good for me. It was the most beautiful blend of every YA love triangle, and that's what I needed most in my life right now, okay? But like I was saying with the move and everything, my reading has been very slow. My writing has been like kind of non-existent, which I'm gonna fix because I'm making myself do a writing video today because we need to write. Also, I found this cool tag. It's called the Defying Writer Stereotypes tag. And instead of like a really chit-chatty tag, it's actually like kind of more discussion oriented. Like, it's gonna take a while to get through the tags. And also, I'm just dying to write. I've been listening to my playlist. I am pumped to write. But I also have like everything else in the world happening right now. Moving. I have my school schedule right here that I'm avoiding because I got the sadness and I don't want to look at it. But I have y'all. So we're going to talk about writing today. I mentioned before that I'm editing my YA story called Project Essie. It's about this guy who meets this other guy, except that guy's a demon. And the demon's like, oh, cool body, bro. I want it. You know, juicy stuff like that. And there's been like one little thing, let's just say part of the magic system, even though there's not really magic in this book. It's just one little thing this demon can do. And because he can do it, Caleb, the guy who he exists in now, since he's got the demon, Caleb's got the demon powers. And you know, demon powers are cool, but there's this one thing that's... Okay, so I've honestly been working on this book since I was 13. Like, that's when I conceptualized it. But I didn't actually start writing it till I was 18. And like, that was before BookTube, Authortube, really just reading in general. Like, I did read, but I read the same books over and over and over again, which was not healthy for a writer. I would tell you that right now. Like, I did not plot that well, actually barely at all. And because of that, now, like 6 years later, when I have this wreck of a manuscript, I have like these weird sections, these really like immature sections, some sections that if I read this in another book, I would burn that book. So I'm really just, the book is finished, book 1. It just needs to be heavily rewritten, edited, somewhat slaughtered. I got a lot of 18-year-old Casey's mistakes to clean up on. But one of the big things right now that's been bothering me, and I'm like, I really need to strike this from this magical system in general. It's the ability that Caleb has, the ability to be able to see his surroundings while he's sleeping. And yeah, it sounds cool, but if you asked me, literally asked me right now, how can he do that? Like, what's the science behind it and stuff like that? I'd be like, I don't know, just thought it was cool. And that's not like good enough to justify that for me, so I need to get rid of that. Also, it's not really important. Like, you know that rule, Chekhov's gun? Like, something in a book or play needs to have a purpose, or why would you write it in the first place? I follow that rule. Also, getting rid of this little magical facet would just help me get down to my word count, which I'm really working on. Also, another thing that's been bothering me is so I kept hearing about this thing called Imposter Syndrome, and how, you see Mr. Author, and you want to write like Mr. Author, so you don't write like yourself. Hello. I'm the imposter. So 18-year-old Casey, which is responsible for this miss, fell in love with the writing style of Mr. Paolini. I will say this now, as a veteran of booktube, not the best writing style. Also, it just does not translate good with me. Paolini he borderlines too much description with just enough. And I've come to realize that my style of writing is very, very fast. Fast and witty, if I may say so myself. If I try to give too much description, I'm just not that good at it. Like, I'll just get obsessed over the color or something, or the wind whispering over the gales of her own breathing as Lorenzo leans in for a tender, inviting kiss. Something like that, I don't know. I'm coming to realize that my writing style is very quick, very like low description with scenery, but a lot of like person description, not like the exact thread count of someone's cape. I'm talking about like the little movements made in between the sentences, like someone nervously rubbing their hands together, or like the sound of their shoes like grating over pebbles. That's the stuff I really like writing. The little personal touches. I mean, 18-year-old Casey was trying to write like Christopher Paolini, and I'm paying for it now. Thanks. I hate you, 18-year-old Casey, you piece of... So that's what I'm going to be doing. Getting rid of that one seeing with your eyes open thing. Because that's what Aragon did in Eldest. So I wanted to have that. Now I'm smarter. Don't copy people. It's not flattery. Sometimes it just looks stupid. So I'm also fiddling with this right now. I want to get rid of those scenes. I'm midway through the book. And just thinking about it, there's 2 or 3 scenes I need to re-edit in order to get rid of that unneeded magic. I also need to reread some parts of the chapter I'm writing for my fantasy project, Project Muddy Bones. But while we're doing this, we're going to do some tag questions too. The Defying Writer's Stereotype tag is a very short tag, only 5 questions, but they're like good, really good, thought-provoking ones. The first one is actually like the most challenging to me, because I'm pretty sure I am this existing stereotype. What are 3 to 5 writing stereotypes that don't apply to you? Well, let's talk about the ones that do apply to me. I'm reclusive, don't get along with people, I'd rather be with my imaginary friends. So as you can see, I'm not doing that well right now. So I'm gonna Google some writer stereotypes. And hopefully I can, I can't pronounce things. Writer stereotypes. Oh, thank goodness there's a top 17 list of them. Writers are caffeine addicts. Oh my gosh. I don't like coffee, but I love chai. Chai is sugar. I guess I am addicted to caffeine. Well, I like to go write in coffee shops, so I feel rude if I don't buy anything, so I gotta buy the caffeine. It's needed. Writers are grammar spelling police. I am that. Unashamedly, I am that. One time my mom wrote me this really beautiful letter telling me how awesome I was, basically. Something really flattering like that, and how she was so thankful that I was her daughter. I gave the letter back to her with all her grammar errors circled and underlined. Writers are hermits. I really just like my room. Not much this room because I miss my bookshelves, but this little thing I'm leaning on is kind of comfy too. Writers prefer cats to humans. I mean, writers are cat people. I like cats, but I'm not crazy. I love dogs more. But okay, so this is one I'm not a stereotype of, because I know if I get a pet, cat or dog, I'm gonna be so distracted by the amazing cuddly bundle of fur and fuzz, I won't get any writing done. So I know for the betterment of my writing career, I cannot have an animal. Writers drink in excess, the alcohols. I love kombucha. That is mildly alcoholic. Like, just much alcohol, and I drink that a lot. I actually had some before this video, so whoops. Writers are messy. I was gonna show you guys my room, but I literally just moved into this room. It is messy, but I usually keep my space really clean so I can think. And also so I can just like roll around, throw stuff, then pick it up and throw it on the other side of the room, then pick it up and put it back where it belonged, like this little alarm clock. The reason I got this alarm clock is because it's covered in like rubber, so I can throw it and nothing dies. Writers are procrastinators. I'm honestly working on this. I need better time management. Like, I honestly do need to cut back on my YouTube time, like the videos I watch. I might also need to limit the number of books I read each month, like maybe to just 5, so that I would have more time to write. Writers work on their stories at coffee shops. I do. Like, it's so creative, and just the atmosphere. It's very homey, and when all of us just like bust out our laptops, you get the vibe. We all in this together. Writers prefer classics. No, I want some modern werewolf vampire love triangles. I'm into that. Writers are a depressed, melancholic lot. I have my school schedule right here that I'm avoiding because I got the sadness and I don't want to look at it. I can neither confirm or deny this. Writers can write anything. I can't write a greeting card. I hate greeting cards. When people are like, Casey, you're the author, write this greeting card for me, please. Or a happy birthday card. I hate them. I hate the person who gave me the card. I hate the card. I'm just not good at my own feelings and sentiment. I keep them buried inside where only I can treasure them. Also, I'm just bad at expressing myself to people. I'm a closed book. I'm that monster book from Harry Potter. Writers retaliate by writing about people. I've never done this. Like, all these people, they're my little special creations that I'm retaliating against them for no clear reason. I'm just a sadist to my characters. I enjoy their suffering, but I'm not going to make other people suffer, real people suffer in my book, because that is cruel and unusual. Writers experience writer's block all the time. No, not me. Like, I know what I'm doing and I want to write. It's the procrastinating. I don't have writer's block. Instead, I'm the wandering soul going around the block, avoiding the writing. Published writers are rich and famous. I can assure you, I am not rich, but I got 930 subscribers, so I'm famous. Writers are unkempt. Okay, I know I just like pulled my hair out of my ponytail. I smell good, I'm clean. Writers are night owls. No, my new job, because my gym job, see my gym clothes? I have to get up at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. to make all of this beautiful. Then I need to leave the house around 4. Then I need to be at work at 4:45. Then I stay there until 12:45. Then I come home, do this, and I go to bed. I am a morning person. I have been for a long, long time. I like the morning. It's the time where I awaken from my several reoccurring nightmares about me having to step over an entire valley of alligators. Don't know what this dream means, but I have it all the time. And lastly, 17, writers are broke. You know me so well. Or do you just mean like broken internally inside? I don't understand this question, actually. So, did we just spend like 10 minutes answering the first question? But glad to know that I defy some writing stereotypes. Okay, hi, I moved down here for this next part of the video because I naturally write laying down. And as I was going to edit this, I realized editing and writing while trying to answer tag questions is stupid, because while I'll be writing and editing, I'll only be thinking about the tag questions. So we're changing the format of this video. I'm gonna answer these questions right now. The second question is, what part of the writing process is hardest to you? Mine is the commitment aspect. It's just that when I'm trying to write, the act of doing it just feels so real. Like, my brain does not believe in first drafts. It's like, if you write this, it has to be perfect the first time, which is a lie, because our laptops or our notebooks, we have erasers and we have the delete button. We are literally equipped to get rid of junk. It just feels so scary to actually put something down. And it's so stupid because I love it. And also, like, as an author, you are your greatest critic. Like, personally, the thoughts that tell me I am the worst and this is the worst thing anyone has ever done, my book, like, I have those all the time. And the best way for me to honestly combat that is exercise, just going on walks and thinking about your book, really like perfecting it, working out the kinks, listening to some good music that like encapsulate all that your book is, and also reading a scene in your book that you honestly love, like rereading it, because that will get you hyped for your next writing session. At work today, I was thinking about one scene in this book, Project SE, that I loved. I haven't reread in a long time, so I'm excited to go and look at that. It'll really just get me excited to see this book again. I've edited 122 pages out of 228, so yeah, halfway there. And my original manuscript was like 135K. Now it's at 110K, so I'm really proud of myself for getting rid of stuff that should not have been in the book. And I'm really doing a good job at whittling it down. It's just I have to whittle it down without losing any integrity, like the good stuff of the book. But it's honestly a lot easier because my writing style now is so much different than what it was when I was 18. 18-year-old rambled about everything. Me, I know what I like to read now, so I'm writing the book that I want to read. Something that's very let's go, amazing characters, very quick, very witty. Question 3, do you ever feel imposter syndrome as a writer? What about as a YouTuber? As a YouTuber, no, not really. Like, sure, it's easy to get jealous about other people's success and stuff like that, or like compare it to your own and why you're not doing that good. But I also just like being in charge of doing my own thing. Like, I got people that like what I do. I don't feel like I have to copy other people. I mean, we're both too. We basically copy each other all the time with like tags and stuff. But it's a good type because it's a community building type. I'm Googling for a more like precise definition of imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is loosely defined as doubting your abilities and feeling like a fraud. It disproportionately affects high-achieving people, hey, that's me, who find it difficult to accept their accomplishments. Many questions whether they're deserving of accolades. Maybe I have misinterpreted these questions, as I'm always deserving of accolades. I'm bloody brilliant. I'm a type 3. I like it when people tell me I'm awesome. Here's a more specialized definition for writing. Writers suffering from imposter syndrome inherently believe that they're not good at writing at all, even when there's evidence to say otherwise. So, writing has never been my job. I've never written for a paper for school. Well, I write essays for school, but not for like a school paper. So there's really no evidence to say I'm a good writer. This is what my beta readers are here for. And it seems the best way to overcome this is to believe the positive comments about you, about your writing. But then I'm also like, well, all my beta readers right now are my friends. Are they lying? I got this one beta reader who is a beautiful Norwegian man who is also a woman. Hey, I know you're watching this, hey. She kicks me in the teeth, tells me stuff I don't want to hear about my writing, and I love it. I get angry for like a day, then I love it. You need good beta readers like that. People who give you like, so you nerd. Have you heard of the expression a compliment sandwich? You know, compliment, constructive criticism. I was about to say insult. Don't insult, constructively criticize, and then another compliment. Well, I told my friend she needs to consider this model of beta reading because before I called it a compliment skewer, like a shish kebab, a compliment shish kebab. Like all the good meaty stuff would be on the stick and she would give me the meaty stuff. But then what's left over? The stick, the negative stuff, and she would just stab me with it. I'm like, you just can't leave me on all these bad things. But I've talked about how I wanted to be the next Christopher Paolini, but now he wrote to sleep on a sea of stars and I don't trust him. And honestly, Booktube, it has opened me to so many more books. I have read writing styles I like and writing styles I don't like. I began to develop my own style and I'm very happy with what I got now. It honestly feels like I'm writing me. Question 4, do you generally receive support or skepticism about your writing? So the number one question I hate, and this is why I don't tell people I like writing. I hate this question. What's your book about? I don't even know. I know. I just don't know what to tell you. I don't want you prematurely judging my book. It's just a baby right now. And then you tell them and then they just like politely smile and go, wow. Except this one girl, was it my first subscriber, my beta reader, who's a beautiful Norwegian man, but is also a woman? I think it was you. I told her my book pitch, Project SE, and her face went from mildly interested to utter horror. Like, I loved it. I liked that. So thank you, beta reader. I also told a different girl what Project Muddy Bones the fantasy book is about, and I think she cried. We were making cupcakes together. I kind of killed the moment. But do I receive more support of skepticism? Skepticism. Oh, you're a writer. Wow, go hang out with real people instead of your imaginary friends. Have you published anything yet? Just publish your book now. It is moments like those where I very much believe this little Pinterest thing I keep finding and very relate to. And lastly, I got one more. What is one piece of advice you want to give to new writers? Hit me up if you want a beta reader. I know how to do a good compliment sandwich. I won't kill you like my beta reader does with negativism. Negativism? Is that a word? That is not a word. Never mind. You don't get advice from me. I clearly don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching me just spill my soul about writing, rather than me actually writing. Thank you for being part of my procrastination project. We are not healthy for each other, but I like you. I really do. I could just vlog me writing to end this video, but I feel so weird about vlogging. It's like, ooh, look at my fingers on the keyboard. Wow, content. I need to find my vlogging groove, because I honestly don't think any of my vlogs are any good. I need to spice it up. I just don't know how. I'm gonna have to study how other Authortubers do their vlogs. And then I'll get back to y'all. It'll be tight. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I love how I keep trying to throw my hair over my other shoulder like a scarf, but it's just not playing with me. And now my hair's just tickling my nose. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, stay righty, my friends. I almost said stay ready. No, wrong content.